This is the J-Hawks Sports Network, powered by Heartland Technology.
All right, we are set for high school basketball action right here on the J-Hawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. I'm Nate Claver, Luke Baldwin, Anthony Baugh running the controls and cameras and whatever else tonight. Are we actually on?
I believe we're on. Are we on, Anthony? We're on.
Oh, so
hi, everybody.
This is what we look like. This is, sorry you had to experience that lately.
Two bald men. Yeah, there's not much to see here. I'm not used to being on this side of the camera, Nate.
No, not at all. So as we get into tonight, it's the last boy-girl doubleheader for this season, as the Jayhawks will be hosting LaPorte City Union, as this is the second meeting between these two schools, as Jesup met Union back on December the 17th. Girls, unfortunately, in that contest, went down 56-42, which at that point, actually, let me rewind that. Jesup won 56-42 in that contest, as Union is 4-14 on the season, 2-5 in the NICL East. Jesup 15-3 overall, 6-0 in conference play, and ranked number 8 in Class 2A. But Luke, rewinding back to Thursday, come from behind win over Wapsie Valley, a dominating win over Oelwein, and another dominating win. Actually, they didn't play Saturday, the boys did, but coming in tonight, I think if they get through this, I think they win the conference. If I'm remembering right from what Coach had said.
I believe that's correct. If they win tonight, it's an outright victory no matter what happens from here on out. But as is always the case, when you step on the court, you better come to play. It doesn't matter who you're playing, what the records are, who's in the gym. Come to play and come to win.
So this will wrap up the home contest regular season-wise for Jesup, but they will travel up to Wapsie Valley for boy-girl doubleheader on Friday, and then next week they will face Columbus at Columbus, if I have that down right, in just a JV varsity girls contest over in Waterloo. Let's now turn things over to our public address announcer, Dan Fox, for our starting lineups.
Now, the starting lineup for the Knights. A sophomore, number 13, Lauren Youngblood. A sophomore, number 15, Reagan Sorensen. A sophomore, number 25, Ava Mills. A sophomore, number 31, Tina Robb. A sophomore, number 23, Bridget Ward. The Knights are coached by Robert Driscoll and assisted by Justin Carson. And now for our Jayhawks, a junior number 5, Brady Fisher. A senior number 10, Chris Larson. A senior number 11, Fernando Carrasco. A senior number 23, Jesse Lane. A sophomore, number 32, Adriana Golden. Honorary team member tonight is Claire Jones. Thank you to the Johnson family for supporting the Jesup Collegiate Club. We also have an honorary cheerleader, Emma Even. Thank you to the Even family for supporting the Jesup Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor our nation and flag, while paying respect to our men and women in uniform around the world who protect our liberties and way of life with the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem from the Jesup High School pep band, and we are set to go. Luke, you want to run through those starting lineups quickly again?
Absolutely. For the Union Knights, we've got a 5'2" guard, sophomore guard Lauren Youngblood, a 5'4" sophomore forward Reagan Sorensen, 5'7" sophomore forward Ava Mills, 6 foot sophomore center Dina Robb, and 5'10" sophomore center Bridget Rohrer.
Easy for you to
Something like that.
Yeah.
And for your Jesup J-Hawks, we've got the 5'7" junior forward Lainey Pilcher, the 5'6" senior guard Alexis Larson, 5'6" senior guard Amanda Treptow, senior guard J.C. Lang, and sophomore guard Adriana Bolden. So interesting, the Union Knights coming in with all sophomores in their starting lineup. So this is a crew that you might see for the next couple of years, unless somebody below them comes up and displaces them.
But yeah, you look through here, and as far as upperclassmen, it's just not on the roster. It's full of freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah.
When you see where they stack up, and I know I think they played a fresh soph or a JV game up in the North Gym earlier tonight. I'm guessing that was the case just because of the numbers that Union had. I don't know if they just maybe played 2 quarters up there.
Yeah,
is maybe what it turned out to be.
Yeah, and that's really a kind of a sad situation, and Jesup isn't all that far removed from a similar situation they found themselves in, and I guess we're going back maybe
a couple years.
Yeah, at least a couple years, closer to a decade at this point. Our numbers have continued to go up here, but as you said, there's not a junior or senior on this roster. So definitely a young program, but hopefully they can keep these girls out and continue to grow.
I think it really was 2 to 3 years ago, really, that we didn't have enough to fill a JV team. So we just played varsity.
Yeah, I think
and maybe played a quarter to get some of the younger players in.
Yeah, I was thinking back to when we almost didn't have enough to fill a varsity team.
Right. So anyway, we are in action a minute into this as Union and Jesup still have yet to put a basket through that hoop. Jesup in tradition, fans still on their feet waiting for that first basket to drop as Union works around that arch right now with Rohrer, the 5'10 sophomore. Jesup will get that turnover, and Lainey Pilcher going to come right side of the paint, try and take it on her own. We'll draw the foul.
So Lainey will head to the line to shoot a pair, see if we can get the scoring going with 6:40 to go in this first period. So as always, the production of this show is, of course, sponsored and provided by Heartland Technology.
For a couple of years now.
Yeah, for a couple of years.
Yep.
You'd think that would flow out of my mouth a little easier since they've been sponsoring it forever and a day. But I also want to throw out there tonight's game and free popcorn for those in-house tonight, sponsored by Jesup Bible Fellowship Wednesday Night Youth. So I don't know how much more we can say about it. You got the separation of church and state, right, Nate?
Well,
but this was the card I was handed when I walked in, so they are sponsoring tonight. So we appreciate them doing so. And yeah, if you're at home and you're like, man, I could go for some free popcorn, come and join us. We've got open seats here.
Is admission required to get the free popcorn?
Yeah, I don't.
That's the question.
I believe the admission is still required. Lainey Pilcher with the rebound, quickly back the other way over to J.C. Lang.
She had the 2 free throws as we hit the 6-minute mark. Little dunk into J.C. Lang. There's Larson out to Treptow and going to take an extra step. Unusual for her.
Very. Peyton Bowes in for the Jayhawks early, and she's going to replace Emily Treptow, which not often seen. Amanda.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the Jayhawks will get that right back after some miscommunication by the Knights. Amanda Treptow, well short and well right on that 3-point attempt, but I'm sure she'll get that squared away.
You look at Peyton Bowes, who maybe was the 7th or 8th off the bench, now is that first one off the bench.
Yeah. Yep.
Or I'm sorry, the second or third off the bench. Now she's at number 1 off the bench.
Yeah,
she's.
I knew what you meant there.
It's only if other people knew what I meant. It really counts. Jesup again, the 2 free throws from Lainey Pilcher, and there's Treptow going to meet up defensively on that sophomore guard, Ava Mills. Little dunk inside, and he'll make that basket as Mills, first one to score for Union.
Our good friend Brian Van Brocklin on the chatterbox here tonight. Wanted to give a shout out to Anthony. Thanks for the videoing, but he did question if you really have to show us, Anthony. He wondered if that was in the contract.
Well,
I think he's suggesting he would prefer not show us.
Well, especially you so close to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's a whole lot of bald head and big nose, pretty close to that camera. Boy, Amanda Treptow out there, it looked like she was swimming for that basketball.
Yeah, had to hobble up a little bit. Ball is loose. Comes out of bounds.
So early going here, not the prettiest basketball we've seen this year, but I'm sure we'll get things straightened out as we see Sailor Youngblood. She's going to cruise onto the floor for the Jayhawks, replace J.C. Lang.
Substitutions relatively early for Coach Conrad. Coming up during the boys' game, we get a chance to always talk to him about how their game went tonight. That'll be at halftime of our boys' game, which is after this one, and Coach Smides will actually join us at halftime of this contest to preview their contest coming up.
We did also see Sydney Schumacher enter the game, a 5'10" sophomore center for the Knights. The Knights with 3 centers on the team, 1 6-footer, 2 5'10s, but they do list 3 different centers, which is notable as Jesup lists no centers. So we're playing with guards and forwards.
I was just looking at that. Schmucker. So, yeah, you want to look at that.
Is that the pronunciation?
Yeah. Well, you look at it, and Schumacher, and I looked at it and went, wait a minute.
You're right.
I would have said the same thing, and I looked at it and went,
Did I say Schumacher?
Yeah, and I went,
okay.
I went, well, that's interesting. It's a Denver name, but Schmucker. That's how it looks anyway.
That's kind of a fun name. If we are, in fact, pronouncing it correctly.
Free throw in for Lainey Pilcher. Take us to 3 total for her. Bolden back in the game for Jesup. And Pilcher will take that away. She chased her down on the floor, and she makes it happen.
Nice job of Amanda Treptow kicking out to the 3-point range on that, or cruising out there, I should say, not kicking out, allowing Lainey to take it right to the hole.
And then Bolden will get that ball, or was that? Yeah, Bolden will grab that. She follows it up.
It was funny though, because Lainey was right under the hoop, and Bolden says, "Nah, I'm getting these 2 points."
I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
You got enough. So we'll give Union's coach Robert Driscoll and Justin Parsons a chance to regroup with that team, and we've seen this before with this squad, and this is what I back to of, there was a time we didn't have upperclassmen on this team not too many years ago, and that's where Amanda Treptow got so many minutes playing time, and then you start working in Natalie O'Connor at the time, and Lainey Pilcher and that type of thing, and these girls are experiencing that right now. There's no real substitute in practice for this experience they're getting this year. It may be rough to get through, but it's going to pay dividends in the future.
Yeah, you think about this Union team when they're seniors, for example. They still may not be lighting up the scoreboard, but they're going to have a ton of experience under their belt, and they're going to be in much better shape than maybe they are tonight, for example. Turns out you should not eat Mike and Ike's and then try to talk on a microphone.
Well, it's that. I was thinking the same thing as I'm about ready to cough on a kernel of popcorn, sponsored by Jesup Bible Fellowship. And I heard you smacking over there with a Mike and Ike, and I was like, well, this is almost like 3-dimensional broadcasting happening for these people.
Jesup trying to force the And they do get the 5 seconds. Union unable to get it across the half-court line.
10-2.
I apologize, 10 seconds they have to do that.
10-2 Jesup. Large crowd on hand for a Tuesday night game.
It is a large crowd. You know, here's the thing. Winning brings people out, and both the boys and girls have been doing quite a bit of it lately. And the community likes to see that and support it.
Treptow gets the handoff from Bosch, take a jumper 8 foot out, and get her own rebound to reset the offense. Laney ducks in left side, bounces off the board.
That's a nice little finger roll she had there. You're going to see Alexis Larson, J.C. Lang check back in for the Jayhawks after the next dead ball. Amanda Treptow has in the corner up to Bolden. Shot no good. Lainey Pilcher, though, with the steal and easy putback.
Yeah, she's been aggressive under that basket, putting up shots, getting boards, putting them back up again. Got a student section filling up. Got high school, middle school, elementary all representing tonight.
Dina Robb and Lauren Youngblood back in for the Union Knights.
So these officials have the girls' union patch on their shirts. Will be the same ones for boys, or are we switching that out?
I hope not.
Or do they change clothes?
I'm a big fan of the girls' union, Nate. Not so much a fan of the boys' union.
Opinions held are not those of the Jayhawks Sports Network. Or Heartland Technology, or Anthony Baugh, or
Jayhawks,
Luke Baldwin Enterprises.
Jayhawks a bit careless with the basketball in the early going here. 2 minutes left in the first. We've seen a number of turnovers. Fortunately, they are turning Union over nearly as much, well, actually more, so it's probably all evening out. But those are the kind of mental mistakes you don't want to see at this point in the season as we near the postseason.
Union only with 2 points. That came from Mills earlier in the game, struggling to get shots to drop. And it's hard to bring in a young team like this against an experienced foe like Jesup.
Nice aggressive play by J.C. Lang there, seeing the Union point guard struggle to get control of that ball. She gets right on the ground and wraps that thing up for the jump ball. It does stick with Union, but love the intensity. Alexis Larson's going to get dinged for the foul. She got over top of Sydney Schmucker there. And so that will be, I believe, her first foul on the night. Jessup's third team.
Under 2 minutes. Up top, Youngblood. Just looking for an opening. Lang covering tight defensively on that guard position. And a little toss, a little too far for Robb. It'll go back the other way. Amanda Treptow, leading scorer on this Jesup team, 17 points per game, averaging 41% from the arch, 27 from the, 41% from the field, 27 from the arch, and an 80% free throw shooter.
Rohrer and Mills will come back in for the Knights after the next dead ball, during the next dead ball, I should say.
Treptow force that over to Larson. A little push into Pilcher, a little give and go up top. Three-pointer doesn't work for Treptow.
A little strong on, or a little light on her first one, a little strong on that one. I'll bet you a Micanite the next one's right in the hoop.
Well, this will be weird since I don't own any Micanites right now.
Well,
you might have to spot me.
I'll share my Micanites with you.
I'd offer you a handful of popcorn, but I don't think you're interested in that.
No, I'm not. In fact, I gave my free popcorn pass to the gentleman that was up here earlier.
Hey, Anthony was doing some sort of mentorship, I believe.
He was. There was a little job shadowing going on. He was dropping knowledge on the young man.
Yeah, all sorts of big words, technology type things.
Took all of about 23 seconds.
Then he had all his info done.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds right. Push into Pilcher, right side, in and out.
I was kind of eavesdropping, and it was a very good job shadow. You know, Anthony's much smarter than he looks.
Or how he's usually presented by us.
That
little push in right side. They're going to let it go, Mills.
Yeah, that was either a travel or an offensive foul. But
might have been a little extra step there from Youngblood, too. But officials just letting him play.
Pilcher out to Treptow.
Last shot here, first quarter. That doesn't go for Jesup, out of bounds, 2.8 seconds. And Union will have it inbound with Bridget Rohr, 5'10" center.
Sorensen checks into the game for the last 2.8. Little late on the last second shot there. Moot point anyway, as it sails well over the rim. So Jesup finishes this first quarter out with a 14-4 lead over the Union Knights. As we mentioned before, not exactly the prettiest quarter of basketball you ever seen, Nate, but the Jayhawks are getting the job done, and I suspect Coach Conrad will have some words of wisdom for his team and maybe limit those mental mistakes as we move forward.
So he did have that come from behind win against Wapsie Valley last Thursday, where they got out of the gate not very well, and Wapsie Valley came out very quick and responded with some excellent shooting. We didn't see that Tuesday night, and we didn't, or Friday night against Oelwein, and we're not seeing that tonight here. They're going right after it.
Yeah, they are. And I don't see this changing much throughout the course of the game. I think Union is pretty well overmatched in this one, and mostly due to, again, we're talking 5 sophomores against four seniors and a sophomore, so the experience factor right there is certainly playing a big part in this.
Leading scorer for Union is Reagan Sorensen, averaging almost 11 points per game. Rohr about 8. Ava Mills pushing 4. They've only on average this season, they've been able to put up about 31.5 points compared to Jesup's almost 60 points per game. Larson, Bolden, Treptow, Pilcher, and Lang all in the game as Bolden will miss that basket. Hustle back on defense with Union now. Going to be met half court with Treptow. Sorensen will lean into Rohr. See if the center position can make anything happen. Lose the handle there. She was triple, if not 4-teamed underneath. And Pilcher one into the other. Another basket.
Just pushing that ball up the court quickly. That's going to be a step. She stepped over the baseline there. So that's going to go back to the Jayhawks. She knew where she was going, and then all of a sudden it disappeared, and she got caught midair.
7:11 to go till halftime. Halftime, we will talk to head coach Joe Smines, basketball coach, boys basketball coach for Jesup. Talk about their game tonight and the wins they picked up last week.
Treptow just a little bit off on her shot. You won the Mike and Ike, by the way.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. So you could have slided me at that
help
point.
yourself to the Mike and Ikes.
You went sour tonight, though.
Mega mix sour. I prefer the standard, just plain Mike and Ikes, but I like to mix it up every now and then too. I like to party. Union, 3-pointer no good.
However, I think you did admit earlier you grabbed the sours and didn't know you did it.
Yeah.
You live and learn.
I was trying to make myself sound more exciting with
and then I had to tear down your image.
Yeah. Adriana Bolden with the drive does draw the foul. on the floor, so we're going to throw that in underneath by Alexis Larson. Just the second team foul against the Knights. Actually, I don't know if they even called that a foul. That might have just been out of bounds.
Hey, that guy checked in on YouTube. He said, finally get to see what you two look like. I don't know if he was disappointed or impressed.
That short sentence has disappointment written all over it.
Y'all look like. Well, there's an exclamation point at the end of it. I don't know if that makes any difference.
I do know who that guy is now, by the way.
Oh, did you figure it out?
Yeah. He's got a connection to one of the players on the court.
All right.
It is the uncle of Adriana Bolden.
Okay.
I don't know if
you're not naming names.
That guy, I don't know if I was supposed to share that insider information.
You didn't give it completely away.
No, we appreciate you joining, and I know that your niece appreciates your support.
5 points right there for Mills as Jesup doubled up now on Union. Left side
there
shot.
It is.
Treptow will find that.
Treptow finally found the center of that hoop.
Under 6 minutes. Jesup 15-3, number 8 in the state, Class 2A. Travel, send things the other way.
Sydney Schmucker checking in for the Knights.
Another freshman in the game right now with Olivia Nesbitt making her way in. High bouncer comes off the rim and rebound by Pilcher. She'll respond.
With authority.
So we're about out of traffic. Union across midcourt here at the 5-minute mark. Little dish from Sorensen. Down over to Youngblood. Sorensen again, the leading scorer on this team, running point. Trying to push that inside to the center. Does get loose. She struggled a little bit trying to hang on to that ball when she gets it in the paint. But Union will find a way to go to the basket with that as Ava Mills is fouled.
Yep. Just a lack of experience mistake for Olivia there. All she's got to do is grab that ball, put it up above her head, and wait for the point guard to come get it. She'll be just fine. I guess is the next time that happens, she'll do exactly that. Peyton Bowes back into the game, replaces J.C. Lang.
Second free throw in. Good form.
Ava Mills with the pair. Little mishandle by the Jayhawks there. Turned over to the Union Knights. Then back to the Jayhawks.
Pilcher right there again.
Lainey Pilcher really active on the defensive end tonight, and of course the offensive end as well. But I don't know how many steals she's got at this point, but it's quite a number.
Yeah, I feel like they speed up play a little bit, and then they get a little sloppy and lose a pass, lose a dribble. Eager to just try and dominate. 4-minute mark. Ball comes out of bounds as they try and push it to Rohrer.
Schmucker looks to the sideline for a little coaching advice from Coach Driscoll as Dina Robb checks back into the game. Trying to make that entry pass, but it seems like 1 out of every 5 of those they attempt sails over the head of the center for Union. As
timeout is being taken. I think Jordan Conrad did choose that.
Take a 30-second.
Looking ahead on our schedule, I was wondering about postseason today for the girls team, as they close out here at Wapsie on Friday and Columbus next week. I guess Thursday the pairings come out for the girls union, so we'll kind of see where they're at. It'd be nice to. You would think that we'd be able to host here seeing how our season's gone.
I would guess we'll get at least one, potentially 2 games. You know what would be nice? If we didn't have to play our conference in the postseason every game, like the boys. I mean, I know there's only so many teams in the state to play.
And in this area.
And so it makes sense that we would play our own conference in the postseason on the boys' side. Again, I love the boys' union.
Those aren't just the Mike and Ikes talking, ladies and gentlemen. 22-11 is our score. Bose walking that line, trying to keep that in.
Nate, you know what I got waiting for me at home?
Oh, it's February 1st, isn't it?
It is.
Well,
I'm going to have my first adult beverage in a month after the boys' game tonight. And, and I'm going to instantly pass out after that.
Are you going to do your 25 push-ups for American Cancer Society Month, too? Might be at the same time.
No, but there is a good chance I may pass out instantly after one beverage.
Well, we've talked about church. We've talked about alcoholic beverages.
I said adult, not alcohol.
Touched on politics a little bit in there, I think. So, well,
Sailor Youngblood, J.C. Lang back into the game.
Matter of time before they shut us down completely.
Yeah. We'll talk about walking the line, as Bose just did. We're probably walking a few lines up here, but that's nothing new for us. Pass into Lainey Pilcher with the touch. She extends the Jayhawk lead to 13 as we roll down the clock in the second period.
No, I walked into the Jack here earlier tonight. I had a phone call I was going to get on. The lights were off and turn them all on. And out in the back, there's Coach Larry Baldwin.
Yeah,
strengthening his leg. I go, oh, I didn't know you were in here.
That sounds about right. Walking in the dark. That's.
Yeah. I go,
it's a good thing to be doing.
I go, does your wife know you come out here, or you tell her you go somewhere else?
He spends a lot of time in there. He probably gets more steps than probably 95% of this town. Lauren Youngblood and Bridget Rohrer in for the Knights. Sailor Youngblood back in for the Jayhawks.
J.C. Lang will lose that one. A turnover there is that sophomore guard Lauren Youngblood will snap that.
J.C. Lang on the ground again, forcing that tie up. Once again, it will stick with the Knights, but you got to love that determination. Uh-oh. We've got a Coach Joe Smine sighting.
Making his way up here.
Creeping up behind us off my left shoulder.
This is the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology as...
How's it going, Coach?
Good, guys. How we doing?
Doing well, doing well.
So deep one for 3 for Union. They'll miss that. Reagan Sorensen on the attempt out of bounds. Jesup will have the inbound.
Coach, maybe you can give us a little first-hand coaching perspective. Earlier I was talking about the challenges of having, nothing but 5 sophomores on the court. And, you don't have that senior leadership to kind of help those kids grow in the game. Talk about that as a coach.
Yeah, that would, first of all, in practice is where you really miss the leadership. You developing a program, you're trying to develop habits from either junior high on or freshman on, and you don't have any juniors and seniors that have been through the grind of playing either JV and varsity or just varsity. It's hard to get any type of leadership.
Right.
On top of that, they're playing really good competition, every night in the league, so it's hard to get any momentum going. Takes a special group, and hopefully, you can mold them enough and keep them positive enough and paint the picture that better days are ahead for them if they keep going through this.
So, the big shot there, give her another 3, take her to 8 points.
Practice is where it'd be, getting some leadership in practice, because a lot of times, these times of the year is when your seniors start to rise to the top of leadership, knowing that their days are coming numbered. So right now they don't have that.
Yeah.
So, and when you don't have trouble winning some games, maybe you don't get that leadership you need. So that'd be that's the toughest part, I would say.
Yeah, and I thought you nailed it with the positivity aspect of it. It's hard to, if you're losing game after game after game, and actually they've won some games, but you got to find a way to keep these girls out from one year to the next. And, we were talking about it earlier, too. Jessup's not too far removed from having a similar challenge.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and the other challenge is some of these girls, I don't know them specifically or watch them enough, but I'm guessing some of these girls playing varsity would benefit from playing a full JV season.
Yep, right.
And, the trick is, maybe some are as well playing both levels, which would probably be not a bad thing for some of them. So just to help with the development and also some success.
Right on.
Shot missed and foul inside.
Lainey Pilcher there, as usual, for the rebound.
Third team foul against Union. Jesup is in the bonus.
Obviously, Union's coach has done this for a long time. Robert's been around for, I don't know how long he's been there. I remember when I was in middle school or elementary even, and my alma mater played Union in the state tournament, and he was coaching, so that's been
He's been there
a long time. He's been through
minute for
He's been through this, on multiple sides of it before. So.
Yep.
Jesup with that ball, Amanda Treptow as they look for that last shot. Laney eyes the clock, finds Bose. Shot goes up and unable to put it up before that buzzer sounds to give us a 30-11 halftime score as Jesup will go into the locker room. Again, they come in tonight 15-3 against Union at 4-14. Joining us on our halftime show here on the Jayhawk Sports Network from Heartland Technology, Joe Smines making his way up here, coming off a busy week last week, but a very lopsided week. When you look at a dominating win down at East Marshall Tuesday, Friday, beating Oelwein, and then Don Bosco coming in Saturday. How do you come through that? You had 3 games with wins by what? At least 94 points or something like that.
Yeah.
Getting in the night against a Union team that's 10-4 and knocking on your door.
Yeah. The biggest thing with us is, the last 3 weeks is the defensive end's been really good for us, and obviously it's led to some really, really good offense the last 3 weeks, especially last week where we averaged 98 points a game. But, we try to prepare the same way for every team, no matter if we're playing a team that's 1-0 or a team that is undefeated. So our preparation is always the same. The guys know what we're going to do. They knew we didn't play maybe our best defensive games the last 2 games versus Oelwein and Don Bosco. So yesterday we had a really good practice on defense, working on the end of the floor, because tonight we're playing a team that's fully capable of coming in here and beating us. So Union's got a nice group of players. We have to be much better on the defensive end than we were the last 2 ball games. If we want to win tonight. So,
yeah, 70-59 win against them back in the middle of December. How has that team changed from on tape, what you've seen them or have scouted them since you saw them last time?
They have Freeland, TJ Freeland, and Behrens and Lorenzen are the 3 best players. That really hasn't changed. I would say they're getting more from their post player. Roseauer, number 23, is a sophomore, played a little bit for him last year. We played him over there. He obviously played, but he's playing much better right now. So I feel like they got, and then Danny Peterson hurt us over there at their place. He's playing better. They look like a team that has seniors playing. They have 3 seniors playing that do a nice job. Their style hasn't changed much. What they do hasn't changed much. They're just doing it better. They've won 5 out of 6. They've won 5 in a row going into last night. They got beat by AP last night. But you can see them getting some momentum. They're actually going to be the 3 seed in our district, so that goes to show what type of team they have. And our guys know what they're capable of, so we'll have to be ready to go.
Yeah, talk through that. You had the pairings came out Sunday, is that right?
We had our seeding meeting on Sunday night. They should come out middle of this week, so we'll be the 2 seed, and we'll play the winner of, unofficially, we'll play the winner of Union and Columbus on the 17th.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yep.
Did you have a thought?
I did have a thought.
It was there and it's gone.
I lost it. I think it was kind of, going back to what you started out with. It's good that it's probably good that Union is coming in here tonight, coming off those games that you could call easier competitions. Yeah. What's your message to your players to keep them that intensity level up as we go into the postseason here, especially having played maybe not the quality of competition that you would maybe like to play at this point?
we had a pretty long conversation on Saturday morning and then Saturday after the game about what things are going to look like as we go forward here. We have a smart group. They know what's coming. They knew what we were playing last week. That takes nothing away from those teams. We played really well, but we knew we got to be better. And we watch film. We always watch film on every team we play, and we watch Union have success against good teams on offense. And I think our guys, we had a really good practice yesterday defensively. Our guys know what they're getting, what we're playing against. In Union, quite honestly, they got good athletes. Yeah. I mean, they kicked our butt in football this year. Our guys were locked in yesterday at practice, and they know what we're getting. So, and the other conversation we had yesterday was about, at some point, our shots aren't going to go again. We're going to have a game where we don't shoot the ball as well. So can we play defense? Can we find other ways to score? Can we win a game that's not in the 70s and 80s? Can we win a game in the 40s and 50s? Right. We do that with defense and other things. So our guys are well aware of that. Luckily, we have some guys that have been through this now for 3 years with Corbin and Carson and Parker. So I know they're excited for tonight, and I expect our best defensive game tonight.
Well, then not to look past tonight, but coming up on Friday, we've got East matchup against Wapsie Valley, who also is sitting undefeated in the conference. So
Wapsie obviously beat AP on Friday night. At their place.
Huge win.
They beat Denver at their place, and they beat AP. So, we're looking forward to we always look forward to playing Wapsie no matter the records. They're a really good basketball team. They haven't lost since, I think, December 14th was their last loss. Have some nice wins in there. Marty obviously does a heck of a job. They have kind of a unique team this year. They're more, I think, about 6'6", 6'5", 6'4". They're long and athletic, and we always look forward to that game. Obviously, hopefully we take care of business tonight, and that means those 2 games with them mean something. It'll mean something anyway, regardless of the result tonight. But if we win tonight, even more. So we're always look forward to that ball game.
Well, conversation we didn't have on Friday night. 10 seniors.
Yep.
We had that recognition between the boys and girls game. And I look in the north wall where all those banners are up, and I start looking through the roster of who's left. Right?
Yep.
Just touch on some of those seniors. We see a lot of them on the floor, but we see other ones playing other roles on the team as well.
When these guys started as freshmen, there were 16 of them. And we have 10 that remain. Great 10 guys. Obviously you see Corbin Fueling, who's had an outstanding year this year. Has worked his tail off. He loves he's in there all the time shooting, has a great senior year. Carson, those 2 guys, Parker, they play a significant role for us. Carter Evans really come on this year. Having a great senior year for us. And then you have some guys that don't play as much. We have a lot of seniors that don't get a lot of time. Brady Reyes has kind of played sparingly for us off and on.
But he was there right away to start for the season when Jack wasn't in there.
He was impressive during that time.
Yeah, we don't win games without Brady Reyes playing. And same with Merrick Sly. Merrick Sly's been out the last 3.5 weeks. Not sure if we'll get him back or when we'll get him back. Another kid that came in the Sumner game the first time and did a nice job for us. Then we have Brody Clark Herbert, Nolan Evans, and Camden Oshner, who don't get a lot of time, but every day in practice they're running our scout team. So they run whoever we're playing, they're going to run their offensive stuff and do a magnificent job of it. So those 3 guys do a great job for us. Camden Oshner is one of the best kids I've ever been around. Smart. Honestly, he knows what's going on basketball-wise. Just can't get in the lineup because we got such good players ahead of him. But I'm very, very thankful for this group. When they were freshmen, they were 6-13 on the fresh soft team. So it's a lot of growth.
Well, one you didn't mention, Cameron Troyer.
I missed Troyer,
So he's out right now with a hand.
Troyer, another guy that's done a lot for our team. As a junior last year, he actually played on the fresh soft. Allowed us to have a team. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had a full team. He played fresh off as a junior. This year, as a senior, we need another big guy in the JV. So he played JV as a senior. Most kids don't want to do that, and he was willing to do that, help the team out. Same thing in practice. He does a great job. Unfortunately, he got hurt at Sumner. Fred is out for the season. So one thing bad about Troyer, he's a Cowboys fan. So and I let him know about it when the 49ers won. But once again, great kid, great 10 seniors. Really proud of them, how they developed and what they mean to our school.
Well, a kid like Troyer, I mean, that's a team player, and that's you want all kids to have that attitude. Of what can I do to make the team better? Yeah,
I mean, that's him to play fresh off as a junior and then to play JV as a senior. Yeah. I mean, he's like, I'll do whatever it takes to help us grow as a program and help the team, and he's going to go a long ways in life with that attitude. So
absolutely.
Well, Coach, good luck against Union, and we'll see you down the road. We'll see you tonight, but we'll see you down the road. We got 3 games next week.
3 home games next week. North Tama, South Har, and then Wapsie to end it. So,
and then
hopefully a tournament game.
Postseason game.
Yeah, it's time to roll.
So
thanks, guys.
That's
thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Head boys basketball coach Joe Smines on our halftime show. We'll be back in just a couple minutes on the Jayhawks Sports Network. That was my high school fight song.
Was it
It's
really?
also the Illinois fight song.
Yeah, I knew it was the Illinois fight song, but
Ours had an Oski Wow Wow in it. And I've been asking somebody to send me the lyrics because I don't remember where that even fits in or why it even fits in.
I don't even know what
I don't know
that
if there's
means, Nate.
Is there words for this one? Do you know?
Yeah.
You're an alum. You should
Yeah,
know
but I
this.
don't know what they are.
Fail.
I think it says Jesup J-Hawks somewhere in there.
And something about winning and victory and togetherness. You know,
That's right.
it's a good roll of the dice, Luke. Anyway, back in the third period, Jesup 30-11 over Union right now. As Jesup now going towards that north hoop here in the South Gym. I'm Nate Clayberg. That's Luke Maldwin. Anthony Ball up here in the upper patio of the South Gym. Bolden, sophomore starter,
Treptow.
tags it off to Treptow for another three.
This is interesting. So there was a pass off a girl's foot about midway through that last possession, and there was no call on that. I don't know. I have to look at the rules on that. I thought any kick was a stoppage in play. That was a travel, I believe, against Bolden. So back to the Union Knights. Treptow playing some loose man-to-man defense.
Bridget Rohner on that dribble. Center position, bring that ball up to Ava Mills. And the shot far right doesn't go. Take it the other way.
Treptow for the three, got it. So for a gal that started off ice cold with a couple of air balls, that's ice cold for Amanda Treptow, no doubt about it. She now has 3 3-pointers to her name, I believe.
Make that 4.
4. Stand corrected.
3 shot for Youngblood, going to get missed. Royer unable to get that rebound. There's Treptow down court. 1 bounce from Pilcher, goes to the hoop.
Great job by Pilcher. She took her time, collected herself, made that shot much easier than it could have been. And Treptow with the I guess not so easy 2-pointer. Man, Union really struggling to get that ball in bounds and up the court right now. Coach, I almost said Phil Driscoll. Most people probably don't even know who that is, but Coach Robert Driscoll calling for a timeout after 3 or 4 consecutive baskets.
So Larson, last one to make that basket for Jesup as she lines up and is able to drop that through. This is, as we did talk about, this will be the last regular season home game for Jesup against Union. At home with actually go up to Wapsie Valley. Doubleheader girl-boy on Friday, and then home with actually at Columbus for a JV varsity contest on Tuesday.
Do you know who Phil Driscoll is, Nate? I know at least one person listening who does. My mom, who's a trumpeter, composer. He was actually, back in the day when I played trumpet, he was one of my favorites, still is one of my favorite trumpeters. I don't listen to him much, but anyway,
Can you name me another trumpeter?
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, well, I'll give you that one.
Well, you asked for one, so I mean, you kind of have
Can
to
you give me 6? Bose. Oh, Chuck Mangione. There you go. Yeah.
Man, Anthony Bach coming through with the big name.
Yeah, I think he's a super fan. He's a hidden fan of old Chucky.
Sydney Schmucker back into the game. I love saying that name. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but you said it was, so.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Bring the ball up the floor with Reagan Sorensen. Treptow assigned the guard on this one, and that sophomore is not afraid to try and take that more inside, nor is Lauren Youngblood. There's a jumper outside from Ava Mills. It'll go missed. Little pull down from Rohr. Try and put that back up. Whistle is blown.
Laney gives a little sheepish grin there as she was hoping maybe the ref wouldn't notice that it went off her before going out of bounds. Sailor Youngblood into the game, but it will stick with the Knights.
Ava Mills setting up that offense. And here's Youngblood looking for an opening, covered by Youngblood. And we're going to see a foul inside, and I think Larson's going to get dinged with that one. That'll be the first team foul of the half for Jesup, actually for either team.
Fairly low fouls in the first half. I think we ended at 6-3, which didn't seem right to me, but I'm sure it was correct.
They're pretty allowing of fouls.
Yeah, we've seen a few fouls up here that just didn't get called, so that's okay. Not an issue in this game, maybe an issue in the boys' game where I expect a much tighter.
Yeah, I saw Mad Dog Matt Carlson in the hallway, and I said, ready to go? And he goes, there's some people on Union that got him all worked up on Twitter, I guess.
Uh-oh.
So.
Was he sweating?
He was, there was some intensity you could see. He was saying, we're not pulling back the dogs tonight.
Lily Lawrenson in for the Knights.
We'll see what Joe says about that. Bose, little lean into Youngblood, trying to find Pilcher, and they'll take it out to Larson for a three. Right in.
Shot by Larson. Larson has really come on as this season's gone along. I don't know what her three-point percentage is. Maybe not as good as I think it is, but I feel like I've seen quite a few of them drop in for her. Peyton Bose on the ground, love it.
Hard to get Rohr through there when they've got 2 or 3 players just posted up right on defense.
I think Peyton was, or Laney Pilcher was just starting to look for the cutter in Treptow that was coming around the baseline, but didn't get it through. Dinged her neck up a little bit on that one, I believe. So Adriana Bolden back into the game. She's going to replace Larson. Jesup in a half-court man-to-man.
Youngblood comes baseline, ball gets loose off of Ava Mills. Will try and get that, but Treptow will push it out. Inbound, Bridget Rohr.
That's a hard name to say, isn't it? Rohr?
When you look at it, yeah.
Yeah. That's another one. I'm not sure we're pronouncing it right. Some names, when I say them, I just feel like, no, I don't. That's probably not correct.
It's wrong.
I'm going to continue to say it that way, but pretty sure it's not right. Treptow Setting up the defense over to Youngblood. Down to Pilcher. Pilcher looks inside. She's going to take it to the rack and score it. Union quickly back the other way. Just not a lot going for the Knights here. They tried to get it inside much of the first half without much success. When they did get it in, our defense collapsed pretty quickly.
Bose will dish off to Youngblood. Here's Bolden. Sophomore shot doesn't pull. Treptow tries to bring it in. Will bounce up. Sailor Youngblood and off the board. Still fighting for it.
Adriana Bolden, I would like to see her shoot about 1,000 shots a day over the summer, because she finds herself open pretty regularly, and I think she could turn into a shooter for this program, and we'll need a shooter. We're going to definitely lose some scoring next year. Youngblood, shot no good. Back the other way.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and even getting into when we talked to Coach Smines, when you look at these sophomores and freshmen playing on a team like this, that experience, and there's, Joe can see it, Joe can remember it, Conrad can remember it, but yeah, this will be a team to watch the next couple years.
Yeah, and it really, Coach Smines alluded to it. You got to give Driscoll a lot of credit. He has no senior leadership in practice to lean on. But you make do with what you got.
Right. Shot left side, in and out. Pull that down with Youngblood.
Don't throw it back. There you go. Smart heady move by Youngblood, waiting for the team to get across half court.
Nesbitt in the game.
Yeah, we had Olivia Nesbitt and Peyton Youngblood check into the game when I wasn't paying attention, apparently. So 2 more freshmen for the Jayhawks as we see Lauren Youngblood head back into the game for the Knights.
I was just doing some quick math here to see where Amanda Treptow is sitting at, as she's trying to sneak up on her sister for that, I believe, second place finish here in all-time scoring at Jesup. She got to that mark with 1,000 a week ago last Friday, so after 3 games, she should be sitting at 1,051. And she needs to get to 1,100 to catch her sister.
Where is she sitting right now, Nate?
1,051. She had 16 against East Marshall, 28 against Wapsie, and 7 against Oelwein.
Which is surprising.
Yeah.
You'd think she would have had a 40 against Oelwein, but
that was a night. Adriana Bolden had 11, and Pilcher had 12. Peyton Bose had 15. So that's where all the points came in.
Called a team sport for a reason.
Yeah.
Shout out to Betsy Peterson. Thank you. She did confirm we are saying Bridget Rohrer correctly. So appreciate the help. We always encourage the fans at home, if you hear us saying a name wrong, please help us, correct us, and we will do our best to say it correctly. But hey, we actually had that one right.
Compared to, did you hear those idiots call that name on that Jesup thing? Which has happened before. I had something come up my feed the other day about the Cube. Going all the way back to the old Jesup Cube in year 1.
That's
5 years
like
ago
going back
so.
to the original Nintendo.
Yeah,
actually, there was a Nintendo Cube, wasn't there?
Yeah. What did we have? Just an iPad at that point?
Peyton Bose, the freshman, with the 3. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was an iPad. And it's funny you mentioned that because I was watching a game, a week or so ago, and the camera work was so poor that I had to turn it off. I was getting sick watching it. I'm not going to name names, but we are very fortunate at Jesup to have the technology we have, courtesy of Heartland Technology. They provide all of the camera and computer equipment that we use up here to bring you this game. They are invaluable piece to this puzzle, and we appreciate their support. And of course, Heartland Technology provides all the internet for the community, as well as they are the local U.S. cellular provider. They have the data center where you can get all your
dating needs.
Your dating needs.
Something like that.
Anthony's looking at me like,
yeah.
God, you're a moron.
If you need someone, your clock's flashing on your VCR, Anthony's the guy to call.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me give you his personal cell phone number real quick. 319.
We've been doing this for a number of years, and I've really only had one request. Was Jayhawk Sports Network Sports Blazers, but I still have not yet seen those.
That would be
I think
outstanding.
Tony Lang thinks I'm joking about it.
I think Bright.
Okay, I did want Luke wanted the pads to stand on because his feet get sore, and I wanted a taller table. So.
And we've got benches. I mean, we are kind of a needy pair up here, but
yeah.
Bright orange Blazers would be pretty epic.
Yeah, I think so. Big patch on the end.
Union with the ball to start this fourth and final period. Jesup. Shot no good. Bolden taking it up strong, like it. Goes right to the hoop, almost gets an opportunity for a three-point play. She's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Bolden sport new sneakers, or are those?
Those might be new.
I don't feel like I've seen that bright green, but maybe I haven't been paying close enough attention. As she drops the first with ease. And the second one is around the world and out.
Bring that ball up the floor in Sorensen, who's the leading scorer, about 10 points. Actually averaging 10 points on the season. Got an updated Iowa State Kansas score yet by chance? Kansas up 44-39 second half down in Ames.
Nobody cares, Nate.
I do.
I'm kidding. I am a big fan of any team that beats Kansas.
Roar to the free throw line. Jesup outscoring Union 14-4 in that first quarter, 16-7 in the second, and 20-4 in that third period. But you know what? They just keep fighting. They keep going after it.
Yeah, they do. I'm proud of this team because for that reason, there is no quit here.
And complete transition in players on the floor right now. So we're going to see
Emily,
the end of the bench get a lot of experience here tonight.
We've got Emily Peterson, and we've got some numbers on the court that I don't have names for. Emily Peterson, Lily Lawrenson, Ava Mills.
Just
got a few more here, Nate.
Peyton.
Dina Robb.
Peyton Youngblood, Carly Schutte. Skinny Youngblood still in. Nesbitt. Bose. All in the game for the Jayhawks. 3 attempts. Up and no good off of Ava Mills. Pull down from Bose.
We also have Brooklyn Hubbard on the court for the Union Knights. This is Brooklyn's first time on the court this evening. See if she can get herself in that stat book. Playing some solid defense so far.
Bose just confident every game out there at that guard spot or off guard spot, wherever they need her. just as a freshman. Shot right side, rim no good. Pull that down for Youngblood.
So something we're seeing here tonight, Nate, that we haven't seen up until this point in the season. Schutte with the layup attempt, no good. We're going to have a travel, so that's going to stick with the Jayhawks, or go back to the Jayhawks, I should say. Coach Conrad subbing much earlier tonight than he has in previous games. In fact, we saw Peyton Youngblood come in third period, which I don't know that we've seen her outside of some real blowout games, I should say. So this is awesome to see 4 freshmen get this much time in a varsity game.
Well, it's something too. You look at that big game coming up on Friday against Wapsie Valley. They're going to want to be rested, ready to go, especially if that can be to solidify even more so a conference championship.
Right.
Ooh. The steal, Nesbitt will knock that away.
I saw that coming from a mile away. I said to myself, there is no way that basketball is getting to the rim. Olivia prides herself on being a shot blocker.
Clock continuous right now, 55-15. At this point, let's get some good practice against live action for these.
Oh, goodness.
These reserves. Missed shot. Dina Robb. Let's see the frustration.
And that was
that one not
that
going.
was a really nice feed inside. Good move underneath by Dina Robb, just in and out. Pass a little high for Peyton Youngblood. And I believe that's a foul on Sailor Youngblood. Yes. That's Jesup's 6th foul. Jesup's 6th team foul, as we see Sienna Youngblood come in for her sister Sailor. And then we're also going to have Katie Clark come in to replace Peyton Bowes.
3:45 to go.
So
Union and Jesup boys. Follow this one, a whole new event on Facebook and YouTube.
4 freshmen and a sophomore for the Jayhawks. Foul against Katie Clark. Still not in the bonus.
Roar, find a shot on the outside. Bergmeyer. Missed shot, rebounder comes Jesup. Clark will push in.
Good
Sienna
job.
Youngblood's going to
my
get tagged
goodness.
on the side. She quickly gets back on defense as she saw that player, but pulls back.
That was a good post move by Sienna. She did everything right. In my opinion, she got fouled, but
She's a vocal one out there too.
oh yeah. Sienna has never been at a loss for words.
Where's that come from?
You know, everybody likes to say it's her dad. I would argue it's her mom.
Nesbitt takes that dribble. Clark. Little push in. There's Sienna. Oh, going to get that one taken away.
Gotta give a little pump fake on that, Sienna.
2:25 to go. Filcher had 17 points in this game. Played just a smidge in that 4th period before substitutions were made. Treptow, I think, unofficially at 15 points.
At the end of the game, with the business people being honored, please meet Kristen Schutte at the north end of the gym under the scoreboard.
So we've got some people being honored.
It sounded like you said the village people, but I don't think that's what it was.
That would be cool
Yeah.
if it was the village people.
Hard hat and Indian, and can you say that?
Lily.
Construction guy.
Yeah.
Like, I forget all the people that were even
Take that.
YMCA or whatever, village people.
Take that to the hoop, Olivia.
1:24 to go. Down floor, trying to hang on to that.
We did have a full 5 come in for the Union Knights. I'm not going to run through them all because you've seen them all previously tonight.
Judy baseline up and almost in. Gets her own board. Going to kick that out to Youngblood. Going to get a seam taken away. Under a minute. Rolling clock. Shot underneath. Union will see the score. Go in with Ava Mills, the sophomore. Nesbitt ducks in that paint. Little crossover action. Rolls in and out. Jesup trying to keep it alive and saved by Sienna. Gets out to Peyton Youngblood.
Peyton Youngblood, yeah. Peyton Youngblood, one of the, well, she's not even one of the smallest girls on the court anymore, but she is the point guard down there boxing out and getting rebounds.
There's Youngblood high off the top. No good. 10 seconds. Union looking like they're going to get the last chance at a basket. A loose out of bounds, and the clock will keep rolling.
That'll do it.
55-21 is the final, as the Jayhawks will move on to a record of 16-3 overall, 7-0 in the conference play, which basically solidifies that championship here in the NICL East. Union goes to 4-15 overall, 2-6 in conference play as well. They will move on to face Columbus on Tuesday at home, and they'll end the season at home with Denver next Thursday. Jesup, Columbus this Friday. They'll have a doubleheader for them, and then Wapsie Valley, Jesup will travel up there for a boy-girl doubleheader, and then finish the regular season next Tuesday against Columbus Catholic in a JV varsity contest. Final thoughts on this one?
Again, what I like most about it was a solid victory for the Jayhawks. They did what they needed to do. Nothing flashy. They just got the job done. What I like most about it is we spent the entire final period giving some of our younger girls the opportunity to grow and develop, which is only going to help us in the future.
So the boys, you'll see them on the floor right now on that camera, and we're set to get ready for them to tip off here in probably about less than 20 minutes as that clock will begin. We invite you to follow us on Facebook and to subscribe to our YouTube page here on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology. For Luke Baldwin and our on-site producer and camera operator Anthony Baugh, I should say. Final score tonight from Jesup. Girls win 55-21. To watch this entire game again on replay, as well as other previous high school athletic events, you can go to the video section on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. This is the Jayhawks Sports Network from Heartland Technology with music courtesy of bensound.com. I'm Nate Klaber from the Upper Patio in the South Gym. We'll talk again shortly on the Jayhawks Sports Network with boys basketball. Go Jayhawks, and good night.